Good day, everyone. The Kano State Police Command has made a significant breakthrough in what can only be described as one of the most heartbreaking cases the state has witnessed in recent times. We are talking about the arrest of 3 suspects connected to the brutal murder of a woman and her 6 children in the Dorai Chiranchi area of Kano. This is not just another crime story. This is about innocent lives lost, families shattered, and the community left in shock and grief. The police have confirmed that they arrested 3 principal suspects following an intelligence-led operation that was ordered by the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Adeolu Egbetokun. The operation took place between 10 o'clock in the evening on Friday, January 17, 2026, and 4 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, January 18, 2026. The arrests were carried out under the supervision of the Commissioner of Police in Kano State, Ibrahim Adamu Bakuri. The 3 suspects have been identified as Umar Awalu, a 23-year-old man from Sabuwa Gandu Quarters, Isiaku Yakubu, also known as Chebe, a 40-year-old man from Sagagi Quarters, and Yakubu Abdulaziz, popularly called Wawu, a 21-year-old from Sabongida Sharada Quarters. Now, here is where this story takes an even more disturbing turn. The leader of this criminal syndicate, Umar Awalu, is actually the nephew of the deceased woman. Yes, you heard that right. The woman who was killed along with her 6 children was murdered by her own nephew. The victim has been identified as Fatima Abubakar, and the incident occurred at their residence in Dorai Chiranchi Quarters on Saturday, January 17, 2026. According to reports, the assailant broke into the home and attacked the victims with dangerous weapons, resulting in fatal injuries. The Kano State Police Command received a distress call at approximately 12:10 in the afternoon on Saturday, reporting the attack on the household of Haruna Bashir. During interrogation, Umar Awalu confessed to committing the crime, but the confession did not stop there. He also admitted that the same syndicate had been involved in a series of violent attacks and killings in the recent past. Among these confessions is the killing and burning of 2 housewives in Tudunyola Quarters. This revelation has sent shockwaves through the community because it means that this was not an isolated incident. These criminals had been operating for some time, carrying out brutal attacks on innocent people. The police public relations officer, CSP Abdullahi Haruna Kiyawa, has provided details about the items that were recovered from the suspects. These items include 4 blood-stained clothes, 2 mobile phones belonging to the deceased, a cutlass, a club locally known as Gora, and some amount of money that is suspected to have been stolen from the scene of the crime. These recovered items serve as evidence linking the suspects directly to the murders. If you are finding this video helpful and you want to stay updated on important news like this, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you never miss any of our updates. The connection between the Dorai Chiranchi killings and the earlier murders in Tudunyola has now been established by the police. According to Commissioner of Police Ibrahim Adamu Bakuri, preliminary investigations have revealed that one of the women killed and secretly buried in Tudunyola was actually an aunt to Umar Awalu, the prime suspect in the Dorai killings. This raises serious questions about the motive behind these crimes. Was this a family dispute that escalated into violence? Were there financial issues involved? Or was there something darker driving these individuals to commit such heinous acts? These are questions that investigators will need to answer as the case progresses. The people of Kano, particularly those in Dorai Chiranchi and Tudunyola, are understandably shaken by these revelations. These are residential areas where families live their daily lives, where children go to school, where people work hard to make ends meet. Nobody expects such evil to manifest in their neighborhood. Yet here we are talking about multiple murders that have left families grieving and communities in fear. The incident has thrown the Dorai Chiranchi community into mourning, and residents are calling for improved security and swift action to prevent such occurrences in the future. Think about the scale of this tragedy for a moment. A mother and her 6 children all killed in their own home. 6 children who had their whole lives ahead of them, dreams to chase, futures to build, all taken away in the most violent manner. And their mother, who was supposed to protect them, could not save them because she too became a victim of this senseless violence. One of the children, an infant, was reportedly found in a nearby well, adding another layer of horror to this already devastating story. The swift action by the Kano State Police Command in apprehending these suspects within 24 hours of the incident deserves recognition. Crime detection and investigation are not easy, especially dealing with organized criminals who take steps to cover their tracks. The fact that the police were able to arrest these suspects so quickly and get the prime suspect to confess is a significant achievement. However, the work is far from over. Investigations are ongoing to determine the full extent of the suspect's activities and to identify any additional accomplices who may have been involved in these crimes. The police have assured residents that all those involved in these crimes will be prosecuted. The suspects will be charged to court upon the conclusion of investigations. The Kano State Police Command has also commended the officers involved in the operation and appreciated members of the public for their support and cooperation. This is an important reminder that community policing works. When citizens provide credible intelligence to law enforcement agencies, it makes a real difference in solving crimes and bringing criminals to justice. This case also raises broader questions about security in Kano State and indeed across Nigeria. We often hear about crime statistics and police reports, but when incidents like this happen, it brings the reality of insecurity into sharp focus. People want to feel safe in their homes. They want to know that when they go to bed at night, they and their families will wake up the next morning. But when stories like this emerge, that sense of safety is eroded and fear sets in. As this case progresses through the legal system, we will continue to follow it closely and bring you updates. The families of the victims are now left to pick up the pieces of their shattered lives. Imagine being a relative of Fatima Abubakar and her 6 children. Imagine waking up one day to the news that your loved ones have been murdered in such a brutal way by someone who was supposed to be family. The pain, the anger, the sense of betrayal, these are things that cannot be quantified. Thank you for watching. If you have any thoughts on this story, please leave a comment below and do not forget to like this video and share it with others so more people can stay informed about what is happening in our communities. Stay safe out there.